Easy.
Welcome to my channel. This is where we talk about books, cats, and vegan snacks. Easy. Easy. Hi Readlings, how's it been? Oh my gosh, it has been a minute or a while. This is Desdemona. I'm trying some new recording setups. We'll see how they turn out. I don't think the audio is going to be very good, but we're gonna have to live through this. We're on quarantine. This is my quarantine attire: leggings, t-shirt, high socks. I'm loving that aspect. The other thing I love about quarantine life is I have plenty of chances to read. First book that I want to talk about and just recommend to everybody is called Dragon Hoops, and this is by Jean Lin Yang. And he wrote, yes, if you recall, American-born Chinese. He wrote Saints, and the book that accompanied that, I can't remember it right now. Was it Sinners? Not Saints and Sinners. It's Saints and something else. Saints and Boxers. And I loved this book. I learned so much. Number one, about basketball, beyond the Suns and the Clippers, you know, my two favorite teams. But the history of basketball, the history of women's basketball, I learned in here. And I learned a lot about the author, who also was a teacher. And he was a teacher even while he'd written all of his other books. And it was around the time that he was writing this that he actually decided to quit teaching and become a full-time graphic novelist. One thing I appreciate about the book is that it shows Yang's kind of humanity, actually the ability to show his weaknesses, which is, do I have a story to tell? Do I have anything interesting to say? And I think as humans, we all, of course, you will probably already know all of this information, but it was in 1891 at the YMCA in Massachusetts that James Naismith, and he was a physical education teacher, that he created and made up the game of basketball. Super interesting. And then I had to put bookmarks in here because I am horrible at remembering names. It was Cinda Berenson. This was in 1892. She read an article, right? She read an article about Naismith's game, and then she tried playing it at her women's college. And you have to just see in here the uniforms that the women wear, long skirts to play basketball. It's just totally intriguing. And then the rules were different. And throughout, he goes through some of the evolution. Of course, not everything. I know what you're thinking right now. You're not really listening to me talk about this amazing book, Dragon Hoops, because you're looking over here. Yes, this is all of our concert tickets from when we started collecting them. Let's see if I can bring that up for you. As you can see, there's quite a few concert tickets up there, just a few, and then there's some that are way hidden behind others. And then on this other side, well, this is a poster of paintings done by Marilyn Manson. So each one of those little squares is a painting that he did. And living in LA, you can come across these crazy things. So we actually, as you can see, got it signed by Marilyn Manson. In this book, the main narrative is Yang following a high school basketball team through their entire season. So he goes on the bus, goes to all of the games, and it's really super interesting. And then each chapter is about one of the players. And what I really appreciate about his writing is how he gives authority to all of the teams. He doesn't write them in such a way as, I don't know exactly how to say what I'm trying to say, but he makes them all adults, basically, all unique individuals that are capable of having agency and making up their own mind about everything and not having to live by the quote rules and restrictions and judgments of adults. So he treats all of the players, who are actually real people, with a mutual respect, and they come to really respect him. The other interesting thing is that he starts off by saying in high school how much he didn't like sports people, how much he didn't like basketball, and then it ends, I don't know, can I tell you the ending? I'll think about that. I'll get back on. Last thing that I want to share with you is something that I made up for my husband and myself, just to try to inject a little bit of fun in this quarantine adventure. And it's an acronym, Dysaro, which is, Dysaro stands for drop your shite and read outside. And that's exactly what you do. You drop everything and you run outside and read.
Dysaro!
Bye, Readlings. Good to see you.